Well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Distinguished guests, respected educators, fellow friends, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Alifah Isnaini, delegations from Pesantren. Thanks for having me here. Today, I would like to address a critical issue that concerns not only educational institutions, but the future of our youth. The prevention and handling of bullying, physical violence, and sexual abuse within Pesantren. Pesantren, as an Islamic boarding school, are institutions that aim to nurture faith, character, discipline, and moral excellence. However, like other residential educational environment, Pesantren are not immune to social challenges. Therefore, a comprehensive, value-based, and systematic strategy is essential to ensure a safe and dignified learning environment for all students. So, what we can do to address those challenges? First, strengthening prevention through values and education. The first and most fundamental strategy is prevention through character education. Pesantren possesses a strong moral foundation rooted in Islamic teachings such as Akhlakul Karimah, moral respect, compassion, and justice. Anti-bullying and anti-violence education should be integrated into daily learning, religious studies, sermons, and manner system. Students must be taught that bullying, physical violence, and sexual abuse are not only violations of law and human rights, but also grave moral and religious offenses. Furthermore, education on personal boundaries, dignity, and consent should be delivered in an age-appropriate and culturally sensitive manner, empowering students to recognize and prevent harmful behavior. The second, building a safe and supportive environment. The second strategy is focuses on creating a safe institutional culture. The Pesantren must ensure clear rules, codes of conduct, and zero-tolerance policies against bullying, physical violence, and sexual abuse. Regular training is necessary to enhance their capacity to detect earlier signs of abuse, respond appropriately, and support victims with empathy and professionalism. Equally important is fostering a climate where students feel safe to speak up without fear of intimidation, stigma, or retaliation. The third, effective reporting and handling mechanism. A prevention strategy is incomplete without a transparent and trusted reporting system. Pesantren should establish accessible reporting channels that are confidential, child-friendly, and responsive. When incidents occur, they must be handled through fair, timely, and victim-centered procedures. The protections and psychological recovery and dignity of victims must always be the top priority. Disciplinary action should be educational and restorative when possible, while serious violations must be addressed firmly in accordance with institutional regulations and legal frameworks. The fourth is collaborations and community involvement. The first strategy is collaborations. The Pesantren cannot work alone. Cooperation with parents, child protection institutions, counselors, and health professionalism strengthen the prevention and handling mechanism. Engaging students as anti-bullying ambassador or peer counselor also promotes shared responsibility and leadership among youths. The fifth, monitoring and continuous improvement. Finally, prevention and protection efforts must be continuously improved and evaluated. Regular monitoring, surveys, and feedback mechanisms help institutions identify gaps and strengthen policies. A Pesantren that listens, learns, and adapts will remain a place of safety, dignity, and spiritual growth. Ladies and gentlemen, a Pesantren should be a sanctuary of knowledge and morality, not a place of fear or silence. By combining strong values, effective system, compassionate leadership, and youth participation, we can prevent bullying, violence, and sexual abuse, and respond to them with justice and humanity. Let us work together to ensure that every student grows in an environment that is safe, respectful, and nurturing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for your patience, and the last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.